Karen thought destroying my retirement lawn was just harmless fun until she discovered what happens when you mess with an electrician who knows exactly how deep concrete foundations go. For 3 months, this entitled maniac used my corner lot as her personal shortcut. Every morning, white BMW roaring across my $2,000 Kentucky bluegrass like she owned the place. Tires shredding my irrigation, diesel exhaust poisoning my coffee, destroyed dreams under German engineering. I tried talking. She threatened me. I tried signs. She destroyed them. Police said civil matter. What Karen didn't know. I just discovered where my property line actually ended. One strategically placed concrete bollard later, her $80,000 BMW became expensive modern art. I'm Marcus Thompson, 52, union electrician who spent 30 years installing power systems. My specialty: making sure things stayed exactly where they were supposed to be. Concrete foundations, underground cable systems, permanent installations that survive anything. After 3 decades, I bought my corner lot paradise in Millbrook Heights. Sarah, my wife of 26 years, was fighting Parkinson's. This lawn would be our sanctuary. I dropped $3,000 on Kentucky bluegrass, underground irrigation I wired myself, soil amendments that smelled like chocolate cake. Then Karen Whitmore decided my property was her personal racetrack. 48 years old, highlights costing more than car payments, attitude that could curdle milk. She lived in the biggest McMansion with husband Derek, who owned Whitmore Construction. His company built half the neighborhood. Karen drove a white BMW X5 with license plate Karen W. First time I found tire tracks carved through my corner, I thought honest mistake. Day 2, same tracks. Day 3, I installed security cameras. Every morning at 7:47, Princess Karen would gun it straight across my property to avoid a 30-second detour. I walked over to introduce myself. "Excuse me, Mrs. Whitmore. I noticed you've been cutting across my, it's a free country. Maybe don't plant so close to the road." "Ma'am, that's my property. I have survey stakes." She whipped around with a horror movie smile. "Are you threatening me? My husband built this neighborhood. I'm on the HOA board. You're about to learn how things work. I'd be very careful about accusations." That weekend, I loaded up on low-voltage landscape lights and motion sensors. I installed 8 motion-activated floodlights every 6 feet along my property line. Monday morning, Karen's BMW hits the first sensor. Boom, 8,000 lumens turn her windshield into a miniature sun. She gunned it through anyway. Wednesday, I added a private property electronic surveillance sign. That's when Karen declared war. Thursday night, there's Karen dressed in black, systematically kicking over my lights. But my electrical background saved me. I'd installed backup battery systems. While Karen destroyed primary lighting, secondary cameras kept rolling, capturing every kick in high-def glory. Friday brought an HOA complaint. Excessive lighting, disturbing tranquility. I filed a vandalism claim. My insurance investigator showed up, and when he started measuring with laser equipment, he paused. "Mr. Thompson, you might want a professional survey done. These property markers look significantly off." I called Pete, my union buddy who'd switched to surveying. Wednesday, Pete and his crew arrived. "Jesus Christ, Marcus. You own 18 feet more than those fake markers show. This whole corner where NASCAR Karen plays, that's been your land the entire time. The orange spray paint created new reality. Karen's daily shortcut was crossing nearly 20 feet of my land. Every morning for 3 months, criminal trespassing." But Pete's next discovery lit up my brain. "See that fancy retaining wall? The whole thing sits 4 feet onto your property. $15,000 to build, illegal since day 1. That evening, Karen spotted the survey flags and came clicking across in designer heels. "What the hell is this? You can't magically move property lines." I pulled out Pete's official survey. "Mrs. Whitmore, you've been criminally trespassing every day for 3 months. That retaining wall? Also on my land." Her face cycled through more colors than a traffic signal. "Impossible. Derek knows exactly where every property line runs." "Oh, he absolutely does. The original 2019 survey shows these boundaries. The mysteriously corrected 2020 version has your husband's signature." Karen stepped closer, voice dropping. "You stupid blue-collar trash. Derek and I own this place. We decide who belongs. People who cause problems? Life gets very difficult." After she stormed off, I called a concrete contractor. Some problems require permanent solutions. Friday morning, city code enforcement shows up. Anonymous complaint about unpermitted electrical installations. Anonymous. Right. $1,200 fine, 10 days to remove everything. But residential low-voltage lighting under 30 volts requires no permits. I triple-checked. I filed a Freedom of Information request. 47 complaints, all signed by Karen, targeting 19 neighbors. She'd weaponized bureaucracy. But the smoking gun. 3 months ago, the code officer signed off on Derek's $1 million addition in 3 weeks instead of 6 months. The professional survey blew the lid off everything. Derek hadn't just moved my property line. He'd systematically stolen land from 6 different homeowners over 4 years. Half-acre of prime real estate. Mrs. Patterson lost 12 feet. The Hendersons lost 8. The Garcias lost 15 before they'd unpacked. Real estate attorney Sarah Kim examined everything. You have grounds for a lawsuit that could bankrupt them. Criminal charges, 7-figure damages. But I had a better idea. What if I installed a decorative concrete bollard? Purely aesthetic. Sarah's smile was sharp. Completely legal, provided it's within your boundaries and meets safety standards. That evening, I calculated the exact spot where Karen's passenger wheel tracked every morning. Physics plus precision equals permanent problem solving. 1 decorative bollard, commercial electrical pole standards, positioned where momentum and stupidity would intersect at 25 miles per hour. Foundation 5 feet deep with rebar reinforcement. Same specs for installation surviving hurricanes. I drove to Industrial Concrete Supply. I need a decorative bollard. Residential application, commercial grade specifications. 42 inches tall, 8-inch diameter reinforced core? Jesus Marcus stopping a tank? Just want something that'll last. Foundation depth 5 feet below frost line. 4 half-inch steel rebar bars, cross-braced every 18 inches. 4,000 psi concrete. Friday Miguel's crew arrived. The excavation went 5 feet down. This thing's here when your great-grandkids are old, Miguel observed. Reinforced concrete core, decorative granite cap, bronze plaque reading Maple Grove Memorial Garden, established 2024. To observers, thoughtful landscaping. To Karen's BMW, the hand of God. Karen's vacation ended Monday morning at 7:47. I had coffee and front row seat to physics. Karen's BMW came screaming around the corner at 25 miles per hour. The moment of impact was everything I'd calculated. Metallic screech of rim against concrete. Explosive pop of tire meeting immovable object. Satisfying crunch of German engineering discovering American mathematics. Her BMW lurched sideways, suspension components singing death songs as the wheel well crumpled. Steam hissed from her radiator. What the fuck is that thing? I stepped onto my porch. Good morning, Mrs. Whitmore. That's a decorative garden feature. Installed while you were away. You did this on purpose. You set a trap. Ma'am, that bollard is 8 inches inside my property line, professionally installed. Perhaps use the public street instead of my private property. But Karen called police demanding they arrest me for booby traps. Officer Rodriguez arrived, examining the scene. Ma'am, this is a decorative landscape feature on private property. Do you have permission to drive on this gentleman's land? I don't need permission. I've been using this route for months. Ma'am, driving on private property without permission is criminal trespassing. The owner has every right to install landscape features. Karen called Derek. Get down here. This blue-collar asshole destroyed my car. Derek's response through the speaker. Jesus Christ, Karen, what did you do? I'm in the middle of a code enforcement investigation. Handle it yourself. Officer Rodriguez completed his report. No charges. Driver error on private property. Wednesday, Mrs. Patterson showed me her phone. I recorded Karen this morning. The audio was clear. Karen screaming, I don't care what it costs. I want that thing gone by Friday. Make it look like an accident. Next video, Karen whispered, make it look like emergency utility work. Gas leak, water main break. I'll handle the paperwork. Thursday morning, a yellow excavator rumbled down the street. I called the gas company. Any emergency work scheduled? No, sir. Water department, electric company, nobody authorized work. Karen appeared in designer boots. Right there. Make it look like you're repairing a gas leak. I called 911. Someone operating heavy machinery on my property without permission, claiming utility work nobody authorized. Police arrived as the excavator touched my bollard. Ma'am, do you have permits? Karen attempted innocence. Emergency utility repair. Officer Martinez made calls confirming no work scheduled, no permits, no gas leaks. The excavator operator produced his phone, playing Karen offering him $10,000 cash to damage my landscaping. Karen's voice, I don't care if it's illegal. I want that concrete monstrosity gone, and I want the old man to pay. The handcuffs clicked. Charges: fraud, conspiracy, impersonating utility authority, criminal trespassing, attempted bribery. The city council meeting was packed. 200 residents, 3 TV stations. Karen arrived with expensive legal team. Her attorney stood. My client's been victim of targeted harassment. Mr. Thompson deliberately created dangerous obstacles. Council member leaned forward. You're claiming a decorative feature 8 inches inside private property is a public hazard? Fatal mistake. The obstacle's location was specifically calculated to cause maximum damage to vehicles using the established traffic pattern. He just admitted Karen's traffic pattern involved driving across my property. I presented evidence. Property surveys, security footage, criminal activity timeline. The survey on screen showed actual boundaries. Karen had stolen land from 6 families for 4 years. The security footage compilation played. 3 months of Karen's BMW crossing my property, nighttime vandalism, the excavator incident with clear audio of her offering bribes. When Karen's voice played, I want that concrete monstrosity gone and I want the old man to pay, the crowd erupted in applause. Mrs. Whitmore, anything to say? Karen stood. This is a blue-collar conspiracy to destroy successful people. These people are jealous of what Derek and I accomplished. FBI agent Patricia Rodriguez stepped forward. Mrs. Whitmore, I'm Agent Rodriguez, Federal Bureau of Investigation. We've been investigating municipal corruption with construction fraud. Your case provided valuable evidence. Your husband's company altered property surveys across 3 counties with code enforcement providing cover. We estimate over $2 million in property theft. Chairman Mitchell's gavel came down. The city supports Mr. Thompson's property rights. All fines and citations dismissed. Karen's meltdown, you'll all regret protecting this pathetic loser. As security escorted her out, applause lasted longer than her marriage would. 6 months later, my morning coffee tastes sweeter than ever. Karen pleaded guilty. 18 months federal prison, 3 years probation, $53,000 restitution. Derek got 3 years, permanently lost his construction license. The FBI investigation revealed property theft spanning 4 counties, 17 municipal employees, $2.3 million stolen. I donated my $38,000 settlement to establish the Millbrook Neighborhood Justice Fund, providing free legal resources. Mrs. Patterson became coordinator. Sarah's Parkinson's symptoms stabilized. She started an herb garden next to my bollard. The bronze plaque now reads Millbrook Memorial to Community Justice, where neighbors stand together. Electrical contractors bring apprentices to see what happens when technical knowledge serves moral purpose. Tony's Hardware offers monthly workshops on property rights. Last week, a young couple moved into Karen's old house. They seem wonderful. The bollard still stands proud, decorated with Sarah's flowers, surrounded by children's laughter where bullies no longer rule. Every morning with coffee, I'm reminded that sometimes the most permanent solutions start with one person willing to dig deep foundations for justice. Drop your neighbor nightmare in the comments. Subscribe to HOA Stories for more tales of regular people fighting back. Because sometimes the best revenge is building something that lasts forever.